Hello there's YouTube, and welcome back to the channel where we are building the city of Carborg. In the last episode, we've been working on this great new mall, which came, or rather the assets came in the latest content creator update of shopping malls. So I'm very happy with this outdoor mall shopping area complex, which we put in this, pretty much what is a big part of our city now, Hoglar. Which is currently divided in like Upper and Lower Hoglar. But yeah, a lot of people are pretty much living here. Like the population of Upper Hoglar is like 3.6k. Population of Lower Hoglar is like 2k. So we're pretty much looking at what, a quarter of our population living over on this side. Yeah, we're still experiencing some of the stuff where these buildings are kind of like not having enough educated workers. That will mitigate over time, but it's actually quite good to look at education. And in terms of university, we're getting to the point where our university is close to leveling up, but also in terms of high schools. Like I checked this high school, the Institute of Creative Arts over in Lower Hoglar, as well as the high school over here on the other side in what is still Smith Heights. If you have other naming ideas for this district, put them down in the comments below. But yeah, these are pretty much maxed out in terms of capacity. Like the high schools are really kind of full. I don't think we have a lot of other high schools actually. I know there's one over here, which is also pretty much close to the maximum. So let's have today's episode focus a little bit more on bringing education to all of the city. So first off, what I want to have a look at is at a high capacity high school. Does it fit like here? No, it doesn't. But in terms of where this could go, I thought about it. Should it be like roughly where this collector is, or can I put it over on this side so it's close to an actual station? Yeah, I kind of want to put it like close to the station, and kind of make it a little bit nicer park area and that stuff. So let's put it right here, and then let's look at park amenities to put right around there. Like basketball courts are always great to go next to the high school. So let's put that up here. And let's see if we have any other assets that we can put there. I'm not utilizing as much of the park assets as I could. I know there could go, like, for example, a cafe or something like that. But maybe even a gazebo. Yeah, why not? Actually, why not? But I kind of like want to put it up here. On this side, let's put another gazebo up here, and maybe put one of the park restrooms in between. And then we're gonna take one of the pathways, like maybe actually the concrete one, turn off all snapping tools except for the grid, and let's have this run through here. And then we'll detail it up later with some trees and some other stuff. I think this is fine. So we'll have another like little school campus up over here. Can put some fences around. Should work nicely. And like even with these gazebos, I think they kind of fit in here. Cool. Now that we have taken care of this, and instantly, like with more and more population at some point coming up in Hoglar, I think this is more important. Let's remove some of the stalls up here. What is this? This is just a quiet corner shop that is public parking? No, you go. Extremely weird. Is it planned that those are just like open areas? Interesting. I haven't seen that asset like in much detail before. Now let's have a look at the other side. So we have a high school over here, and I'm planning to build out the city more towards this area. So, and there we go. We actually have the farming industry going up, so we can place a lemonade factory, a milking parlor, medium crop fields, and medium fruit fields. Oh. One of the warehouses, the bakery over here is on fire. Well. And there we are with the academic year report. So we unlocked the next level. So now we can go for trade school academic statue, the IT club, the trade school library, and the School of Tourism and Travel, as well as the trade school commencement office. Awesome. So we'll build out our university in a few. I think actually everything over here in terms of... we'll leave it like that for now. But like, let's have a look at... let's not get derailed. Let's have a look at the high school again. And something that could fit in is this like other high school asset. I'm not entirely sure like where it should fit in. I'm not too happy, and I also don't want to make this like a high capacity high school. Overall, with farming up here, and when we're looking to expand farming, probably in the next episode or like in one of the next episodes, then it maybe isn't too bad if there's not too much high school availability here. Wow, this sounded dark. Anyway, let's turn our attention now over to the university, because this is where new stuff is now happening and we have new stuff available. So looking at our trade school campus area, so we have a good amount of dormitories. We're actually already close to the student level, but we have to increase our campus attractiveness. How many students can we actually have over here? Does it show what the total is? Oh, yeah, we're still quite a way, so we don't need new dormitories at this point in time. But let's look at the other things that we don't have yet. So we have a trade school study hall. We have groundskeeping. We have all of those. We put a gymnasium in. Still have to connect those paths. The fountain, and here is where it starts with the library. I think the library, it's kind of like good if it's somewhere connected up here as well. Maybe on this side, the other side of this cafeteria. What other assets do we have? The IT club. That's kind of like a not too big of an asset, so we can put that somewhere in between. And the trade school commencement office is also a little bit of a bigger asset, but that could fit very well with like the paths over on this side. And trade school academic statue. I think I'll put the statue like right here for now, in the shadow of the big building. And then let's look at the trade school library, which I think right here next to the cafeteria is also a very good place for the library to be. Let's look at connecting those paths a little bit more. So let's get one path right over. And then what I also wanted to do is have this path, or wait, oh yeah, we're still looking at grid. So we'll have a little bit of a path up here. Oh, we're hearing a lot of sounds, but yeah, kind of like connected over with the street up here. Is there a game going on? Damn. Well, we lost the last 3 games. And there's a current match against the Westwood Chirpers. So let's see how this turns out. look again at our paths. And I'm kinda like want to... It's so weird. It's the grid. Let's have it snap to grid and angle. But sometimes it's a little bit weird with all of the snapping. So this we have up here. Now, where is the trade school commencement office? This can be put right in here. I think this looks good. And did we now place all of the buildings? I don't think we did, because we're still missing the IT club. Which I think can work very well over here. If not, if we're having a bigger asset that we have to put somewhere, we'll redo that. Okay, turning off all the snapping tools again. And getting water up here. This should connect now. Yes, it does. Perfect. Electricity should be jumping over. How is our attractiveness looking? Not as good as we thought. Or not as good as we hoped. Plus we need some more academic works. But what we can always look at is varsity sports. So, do we actually have museums yet? No. But yeah, I kind of like, in terms of, you know, the university sports, I don't think there's a lot more to do besides maybe, because I don't want to put a baseball park and the American football stadium. I kind of like want this more for city sports. But yeah, kind of like maybe the aquatic center could be an interesting asset, same as the track and field stadium. So for now, I would think about just placing the track and field stadium up over here. You can put some offices on the main road, but like having that stadium pretty close. Yeah, I think this works nicely. Attractiveness is nearly there. So what we'll also do is we'll add some more parking. Nope, this was wrong. And also let's extend out the university area. Okay, how else can we look at more campus attractiveness? Overall, maybe with like another outdoor study area. Or with another trade school fountain. I mean, we already have one fountain up over here. But how about we take this road, have it snap to everything, kind of like box this building in. And I'm not happy because it's not really centered in the middle. This must do. And then we look at, you know, more outdoor area, and we already have the fountain up over on this side. Maybe another academic statue. Oh, let's place another outdoors study area and see if that brings us over the edge. Of course it doesn't. Of course it does not. So something that we still have to look at then, and I think to just make this easy, is yeah, just going with the aquatic center. Boxing in this again. And then let's see where the aquatic center is. Yeah, I think I can live with that. Okay, now campus attractiveness is good. Let's connect our water through here. And add some parking. I think I'll just take this like concrete path and then we can upgrade some, put some other trees and stuff in here. And also might be a good idea to just go and box in, put the snapping tools back on and box in this aquatic center. Or maybe not fully. Then there's going to be another another university building. We'll see what will fit in here in between, where yeah, there's a little bit more roads and all of that stuff. Can we? I said I wanted to put some offices here, which I think is going to be fine. Let's see if what we have in terms of office specialization. Office wall-to-wall buildings, IT clusters. Don't think we'll necessarily need that. How about, does this work here? It actually does. Because there's lots of parking actually going on with like when there's matches, when there's track and field stuff going on. So, and with the offices down here, I think like having additional parking and this parking lot. I like the variation too. It looks nice, I think. Is a little bit better. Okay, now let's zone in some office buildings up on this corner. Actually, can I connect more paths? No. Maybe having a park here, a path here behind that is fine. Okay, now let's put in the office zoning. And let's see how all of that goes up. Everything here is still the Carborg Institute of Technology Eagles. How are we actually looking in terms of... Oh, we have police and everything right up here, so it should be okay. Cool. That is going fine. Let's do some maintenance up here. And then something that I also wanted to start this episode is building up on the Lake District. So my vision for that in the future is kind of going to be expanding into like this region and potentially having a nice amusement park, because we finally need another park. Like having an amusement park up here. But we need a little bit of more service area where there's, yeah, just recycling centers and all of those kind of things that are in here, and connect this up. So there are the other few things that I'm looking to do in this episode. We're now looking in terms of education, in general education again. Well, there's a lot of eligibility for university, but just not a lot of people going, mainly because they're living so far away. So something that I really have to up next episode is looking at just more public transport and getting that done and connected over with the Carborg Institute of Technology. But for now, it should be okay. And let's start building out the grid and all of the things up here into like this little industrial park. I will actually go and take a 4-lane road. Where do we have it? Where is the 4-lane road gone? I'm blind again. It's up here. I'll take this 4-lane road and kinda have it go from the middle here as some sort of another collector. Or should I take this one? Yeah, we're taking the one over here. And then probably looking to connect just with some industry road. That should be fine. Kind of like boxing this in. But yeah, what we need over here is looking at some of trash collection and those kind of things. So what we'll put in here, can we already do like waste processing complex? I mean, those have pollution. I'm not going into those yet. Let's just keep it with the recycling centers. Okay, something that I was also thinking of is just taking this 4-lane road out. Just a little bit. And then connect my highway ramps, or just one highway ramp. Wait, where are we at? Can I put an incineration plant up here? How much will that be polluting? Well, I'm not sure. Let's take, let's first build out the things that we're looking to build out towards this area, which is getting power over into this direction. And that is with a few additional shops over on this side, and then we can go into industry. I'm not yet sure what I'll do in terms of like which industry. That's actually something that I should figure out. Let's get water here. Let's have a look at unique buildings. Maybe there's something like the lemonade factory or stuff like that that we can have a look at. Content creator packs. Never mind. This is the waste disposal unit. Unique factories. Printing press. The lemonade factory. How... This is actually quite big. Even a printing press is like really, really big. One thing that could fit in here is the bakery. I will actually put the bakery here. And then maybe some generic industry. Yeah, I'll put in some generic industry assets over here, but I will be probably somewhat selective of what comes in here. Just to have like the power jump over for now. And something that could also work over in this area is warehousing. So let's have a look. I'll still put additional recycling centers up here, because I think this is a good place for them to be. What do we put here? First we set this to empty, and then let's store flour up here. Okay, let's have a look at all of those assets. Goods limited. What are you? I'm fine with having you. I don't want to have you. You, I'm okay with. Don't want to have repetition. What is this? Goods limited. Yeah, I think this can stay as well. So I'm making some of those buildings historical. But now, in terms of waste, especially Hoglar should be like much better serviced. Okay, all of this looks fine. I think now it's a good time to go into like detailing and make things a little bit nicer and prettier, and then wrap up the episode. Okay, that shall do it for today in terms of detailing things up. I mean, it's not a lot, but overall, you know, we made this area a little bit nicer, put some fences around. I'm still not entirely sure how I will fill this space. Maybe it's actually going to be some offices. I'm not 100% sure. Like next to this collector. But yeah, overall, we built this little industry complex, this little industry area today. We expanded on our university, especially like on the sporting grounds. And there might even be a case for like a new overground station somewhere here. When we take out this line a little bit further through like what is likely going to be a little bit of a continuation of the green belt. And then I still have to think about what to build over here. But yeah, in the next episodes, I will probably focus on continuing with the farming industry over on the other side of the big river. And also what I want to do is I want to and have to think about how to continue this metro network, because metro is kind of like the biggest and most important public transport that we currently have. So kind of like thinking about how do we take the metro network up over to this side of the river, like where is the crossing going to be. We kind of like want to have a short bridge over the river, so maybe actually something weird where I don't know if it's going through here or taking it over this side, because that is kind of like a long bridge. Also thinking of like what should be the next tile that I buy. This one would make sense to like continue the downtown. As I already mentioned, like I kind of like think about additional parks up here and finally connecting to the rail line. But also this one could be interesting in building like a second downtown or a higher density area, and kind of like have it a little bit the story of like Carborg's two rivaling cities, like the one city on this side of the river and the other one like over to the lake. That could be an interesting storyline where to take it. But yeah, that I think will do it for today's episode. Thank you very much again for joining, and yeah, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to subscribe and press the like button below. It will help out the channel a lot, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much. Cheerio.